Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome back to Uncle Lou's Kitchen. Folks, very special masterclass today. I'm here with a professional pastry chef, Liav.
Welcome. Hey guys. Hey guys, welcome Leo.
So guys, I've known Liav for many years, and it's about time that I bring him on the channel. And today he's going to be teaching you a complete masterclass for beginners, for experts. You're going to learn so much. What are we making?
Today we're going to make a sourdough.
Sourdough, but a proper
Perfection.
Perfection sourdough.
Perfection
Guys,
sourdough.
we're talking about real deal, like proper full-on bakery style, and you're going to learn this as a complete beginner. Let's get baking.
Okay, so here we have for the mother dough, we're doing the starter, which is 50 grams of all-purpose flour and 50 milliliters of warm water.
Warm water, yeah?
Warm water, then that will lead into the starter that we have here that I prepared in advance, and we will show in a moment how to make it.
Amazing. So that's the starter. Now this is going to be the main.
Yeah, that's going to be the main. I will start it here. This is the Manitoba flour. We have 400 grams of Manitoba flour or type 1
That's
flour.
type 1, yeah.
Yeah, here we have a spelt, which is 300 grams of spelt flour. And rye flour we have 115 grams. To that we will add 585 milliliters of warm water.
Okay.
And another 18 grams of salt.
Perfect.
Well, now we're gonna make the starter of the sourdough. Okay, so to make the starter, we need to have a scale, which is very important to be precise in the amounts. And we will put any kind of large glass or a jar that will do it. And we will add 50 grams of all-purpose flour. I will take it straight from the jar because it's much easier for me. And I will scale 50 grams, which is approximately 2 scoops, and that's it. And a regular water. That would be the same 1-to-1 ratio. Okay, and we will put 50 milliliters of water. Once together, we can take a fork and start and mix. Mix very lightly. We don't need to have chunks of flour inside, but don't mix too much. We don't want to develop the gluten. So we're just mixing, and now we'll let it rest for 24 hours. Okay, so after 24 hours that we make the first iteration of the starter, we will have a bubbly dough. And this will be the starter for the next iteration, and it will need to be repeated for the next 7 days. How it's gonna do? We're gonna take 10 grams of the starter and put it in a jar. And when I do a ratio of 1-to-1, I need to take 10 milliliters of water. That's it. And another 10 milliliters of all-purpose flour. 10 grams, yes, 10 grams. Okay, so that will do. And we will mix that. We're mixing the new starter. This one we can discard. We don't need it anymore. And that we're gonna do for me for the next 24 hours. It's good to cover if you have something to cover, or you can take a nylon bag and cover it and put it outside of the fridge for the next 24 hours. We will need to repeat this process for the next 7 days. This is day number 1, day number 2, and continue on with a ratio of 1-to-1. I take 20 grams here or 10 grams here. I need to add 10 grams of all-purpose flour and 10 milliliters of water, and I will do it repeatedly. Meanwhile, I will see when the day goes by, I will see the flour start to bubbling. Maybe it will smell. It will smell like very sour, very sour.
Not like
smell.
alcoholic. Not like alcohol.
It's like if it's too acidic, if you will feel it acidic, you need to change a little bit the ratio and do 1-to-2. So 10 grams of the starter, 20 grams of all-purpose flour, and 20 grams of water. It's okay to feed the dough even before the 20 hours passed by. So even after 20 hours, 18 hours, if you see it's gonna smell like an acidic and very sour, now it's the time to feed the dough.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
This is
Okay, so this is gonna be our yeast to the bread. We're not gonna use any commercial yeast. It's only using this one, which is actually water and flour with a wild yeast that we took from the environment.
nice.
Yep.
So what's now?
Yeah, okay. So now we're gonna prepare the dough for our loaf. So we will start with the water. We have here 585 milliliters of water and room temperature water, and we put it in a large container. We have the water, and then we're gonna take the yeast, but the starter. We need to scale it, so I would use this one in order to scale. I need to take here about, about 200 grams, even less, like let's say 200 grams of starter. So I'm gonna take out.
You mentioned you need to be careful not to move it around too much.
Exactly, because I don't want to deflate the bubbles that was created. So I'm gonna put 200 grams, let's see. Perfect, I have a little bit too much, so I take too much, I will take out little. That's gonna do. And we will take this and we put it inside the water. We move it to the water. You can see it will also float on the water. If it's floating, that means it's okay. If it's gonna sink down, that means that you haven't completed the proofing of the starter. You need it to float. This is another indication when it's ready.
Oh, because it's all aerated with the bubbles.
Exactly, it's full of air. Okay, we need it. It's full of air that was made by the natural, the wild yeast that we have in the air. Okay. So we took it, and now I can melt it inside the water. I'm whisking a little bit, and I will make it sure that it's. We want the dough to be dissolved in the water perfectly. That's it. That will do. Now, there is a pro tip here, and it's up to you, Louis, to decide if you want to use it. Now, there is the traditional way of doing it without any yeast at all. But there is the second way, and they use it in any bakery that you go, that will add a very, very, very small amount of yeast. We said we're not going to use yeast, but in the top bakeries around the world, they're using a little bit of yeast. And in this amount, they will need not more than 1 gram of yeast.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's take the yeast.
Are you using fresh? Oh, okay. Dry.
Okay, dry yeast.
Okay.
We will take this and we will put, you will see, like less than 1 gram. Okay, less than 1 gram. That will do.
Just a couple of sprinkles there.
Yeah, exactly. You can pass and skip this. You don't have to do it. It's not. It's like only to accelerate the process of bulking, and we will see in a moment what is bulking, which takes a lot of time. Sometimes we want to make this dough while we are walking, while we have kids and stuff like this. So we want to accelerate the process, and those yeast will do it a little bit faster. And this is very important if you have a very tight schedule. Okay, so once everything is dissolved, it's time to add the flour. So as I said in the ingredients, we have the Manitoba flour, 400 grams.
Type 1?
Yeah, type 1 flour.
And does it have to be this type of flour? Like, is all-purpose?
Yeah, you need all-purpose is okay. You need very strong flour with a lot of gluten, with a lot of protein inside.
Okay.
Then we're using the spelt flour. We put inside. Then we put the rye.
Oh, right.
Rye flour inside. And last we will add the salt. That's it. Now, what we need to do, we take those kind of whiskers. You can use whatever you have, but this is perfect for doughs. And we start to mix around. Not a lot. We just want to get rid of all the chunks of flour. We don't want to over knead it. This is a not kneaded dough. You will see it in a moment. So I take all the flours inside.
Can I ask, what's the reason you use different types of flour? Is it for different flavor? Like
Yeah, it's about the flavor and what you like the most. Okay, I found those.
Could you do it with 100%?
It will not, yeah, it's very hard to do it with spelt only because it will be very watery. It's not absorbing the water as a regular white flour.
And what about 100% white flour?
Okay, so you can do it. It will be very, very good if you use 100% white flour. It will be perfect. But we want to make it more healthy and we want to make it more digestible. That's why we are using the spelt and rye flour. Okay, so I almost complete to mix it. Now I take a scraper. I take from all the edges, all the flour that I have on the edges. That's it. So we have done. This is the texture that you are looking. It's very like doughy, sticky, messy, but it will be fine in a moment. I keep it like this. I put a towel on top and let it rest for about 20 to 40 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
A pro tip, take a towel, wet it, soak it with water and cover on top. That will help to keep the moist inside and not let air to dry the dough. This is how we're gonna put and wait 20 to 40 minutes.
Amazing.
Okay, so now we have leftovers of the starter that we'll cover in a plastic bag and we will put back in the fridge, and that will be ready for us when we want to make the next dough for the soup. Okay, so 40 minutes has passed by and we have this shaggy dough, sticky. We're not gonna touch it. And here there is few ways. First, there is the old-fashioned way, which called stretch and fold. What is stretch and fold? You always wet your hands. You don't use any flour anymore. You just wet your hand. You grab one of the side, you scratch it, and you fold. You take the other side, stretch and fold. You take the other side, stretch and fold. And you repeat this process until you feel the dough getting tension to it. But I don't really like this method. I just show it because this is what is probably used. I will scrape all the dough into the counter. And take everything out. Perfect. And now I will wet my hands. Always walk with wet hands. I will lift and fold. Do it again. Lift and fold. Lift and fold. Lift and fold. And that will make tension on this surface. And this tension is the gluten of the dough. And this is what we want. I will take the scraper. I will do a circular motion. I want a ball. I don't care if it's stirring up. It's okay because the gluten is not so strong at the moment. We just want to form a ball with a nice tension on top.
You put some water on it?
Some water, yeah. I want always, the dough will dissolve all the water inside. So as much as I use the water, it's okay. The dough will take it. You will see it in a moment. Now I have a round dough. I will take the wet towel and I will put on top and wait 20 minutes. We will repeat this process 4 times. So see you in 20 minutes. So 20 minutes has passed by. Now we have this dough. Again, we don't add, it's still very sticky dough. We don't touch it without with the flour. We don't add nothing. We just wet the hands and do again. We start from the top. We put the hand, we pull, and we put it down. Again, on the lower side. Now, together, and we stretch. Put it here, we stretch a little bit, and we cover. We take it from the side, we put, and we stretch. That's it, not more than that. Maybe one more time. I feel the tension. There is a lot of tension. Now it's less sticky. You see, it's not sticking to my hand. Now I take the scraper, and I do a circular motion to make it a round ball on the sides as well. That's it, not more than that. You see, it's very, very, very nice. It feels very nice. I see the gluten is starting to form up. That's it, not more than that. I take the towel, the wet towel, I cover, I wait another 20 minutes, and this is the second time. I have only another 2 times to do it, and that's it.
So we'll skip that. I won't film it, but you get the idea. You're just going to repeat the same thing twice more, yeah?
Again, twice more. That's it. And I will show in fast forward
the way it's going to look.
Yeah, how it's going to look.
Amazing.
Okay, so it's 4 sets that have passed. Now we can see the dough is keeping the tension, everything. We will do last stretch. So again, pull. Pushing like this, 1 time, 2 times, and I think it's okay. Now I can feel it in my hand that the dough has the structure. But if you want to make sure, you do what's called the window test. I take a pinch of the dough and I start to stretch it a little bit until I make a very, very, very thin layer that again I'm stretching and stretching and stretching, and you see it's not tearing apart. That means, oh, now it's a little bit. So you can see my hand. Maybe I need another stretch. But when you see this little window, you see here, this little window that the light is going by.
Go through it, yeah.
This means that the gluten structure is good enough. If you're not sure, you can do another set and stretching, folding, and wait another 20 minutes. That will make sure. But after I've completed all the stages, after 4 times, I can see now it's not sticky anymore. It's very, 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 the structure is very good. The tension on the surface is very good. I take this, I put it back in the bowl. No olive oil, nothing, just inside the bowl. And I cover it, and this is calling the bulk stage.
Bulk stage?
Bulk stage, yeah.
Okay.
It's the proofing, like the dough need to proof, and it will be ready when the dough will double in size.
Okay, perfect.
When double in size, that means it's ready, and see you in 4 hours. So after 4 hours, flip it and let it fall on the table. It's going down, here it is, perfect. And this is after, you can see here the bubbles start to form. This is a good sign. And then we cut it in 2. This is for 2 loaves. We cut in 2. And we do what's called a pre-shaping. What is a pre-shaping? We take every half and very gently, we don't want to pop up all the air that we built inside. So very gently we do folds like this and let it sit in a bowl shape on the counter. That's it. This is one.
Oh, you're folding from under, okay.
This is 2. That's it. We don't touch it anymore. We can put little bit flour on top, very little. That's it, and we let it rest on the countertop like this for about 20 minutes. So see you in 20 minutes. Okay, so 20 minutes has passed by. Now I take a little bit of flour again. Now I take the baskets as well and put flours inside the baskets. Not too much, but it's so it not stick to the baskets. And I take the loaf very carefully I take it and I flip it to the other side, like this.
Oh, okay, you turn it upside down. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'm starting to stretch a little bit in this side, in all the sides. I take and I do a third fold, 1/3.
Okay.
And then I take the other part and put on top.
Okay.
And then put it on this way and start to roll. I'm start to roll and roll and rolling.
Why?
This will make this area very, the tension, the stretch will be very, very good. This is called the final shaping. Now, after doing this, I flip it around and put it inside the basket.
Oh, upside down. Okay.
Upside down. I do it the same. I wait here. I didn't finish here, but I do the same on the other loaf. Let's see. So I take, flip, stretch a little bit here on the corners, stretch, one fold, second fold, and roll it inside. Take the sides, put it here, and inside the basket. Now we need to do what's called stitching. Okay, so for this we will wet the hand a little bit, and I take the back of the loaf and I start to do what's called stitching, one by one, like this. I close the ends, flip around, do the same on the other side. This creates a lot of tension on the gluten. This is what we want. We want a good tension. That's it. That's it. That's a little bit pinch here. I see it's a little bit. And that's it. Now, this one, I let it rest on the counter for about 1 hour. And then I can put it on the fridge for about a night, 6 hours to 12 hours, something like this. And then I take it out and it's ready to bake.
Amazing. Well, we're going to show you one that we prepared in advance. What are we doing?
So this is the outcome after the shaping or overnight on the fridge. So this is how it looks like. I'm taking this silicone and I'm putting it inside of this tray, which is a spin tray. This is just for comfort. And now we do what's called the scoring. But before that, I will take a rice flour, and we will put on top. We are using rice flour because the loaf is not dissolving the flour.
Okay.
If I will use a wheat or white, regular white, then it will be dissolved fully, and you don't have any marks. This is more for the marks. You want it like to look nice. So this is what they do. We are using a rice flour on top.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
And then I take the razor, a very ultra sharp razor, and I'm scoring the loaf. I'm starting from here in about 45 degrees angle, end to end, to make a nice score all around. So let's see how it works. I start here and I go one shot to the other side, not more than that. And then I can decorate it as I like. I can do a leaf, I can do a tree. So let's do a little in one side. That will be some kind of a leaf, and another one, a nice small one here. You will see it after the oven how it looks like. So this is how it looks, and this will go to the oven inside a Dutch oven. I'm using, when I put this inside the Dutch oven, I'm using one ice cube. I take the ice cube, put it within the Dutch oven together with the loaf, and I put the cover of the Dutch oven for 20 minutes. I'm baking on 250 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes I'm lifting up and removing the cover and let it bake for another 20 to 23 minutes, and we will see how it goes.
Amazing. He's got his ice cube. Now we're going to pop this in the oven.
Yeah, we're gonna pop this in the oven.
So Liav's currently building his
Outdoor kitchen,
outdoor kitchen here.
the amazing one.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes, this is a new...
Under construction.
Yeah, it's under construction, maybe 1 or 2 weeks from now. It will be fully equipped with a dishwasher, with a grill, with a smoker, now I have
Amazing.
an oven and stoves, everything will be here. Which is very, very hot. And take this aside.
That's full on cast iron.
Yeah, exactly. I take this, I put the loaf inside and the ice cube. I put in the side and cover it again. And now it goes fully covered for the next 20 minutes.
Perfect.
Okay, so 20 minutes has passed. Let's see what happens in here. Okay, let's remove the lid. Show inside. You can see, you can
Nice.
see the eyes. We call it the eye. Not the eye, the ear. Sorry, the ear start to form. Now I will close it, and I will let it sit here in about another 23 minutes.
Perfect. You ready?
I'm ready.
Time for the big reveal.
So this is the outcome. After 23 minutes with open lid within the oven in 250 degrees Celsius, you can hear
Sounds amazing.
sound this.
Ooh la la.
Let it rest for about 10 minutes before we cut it open. And after that, we will cut it open and see what's what's inside.
Sick. Nice.
Okay, so the scoring of the loaf is not only about the decoration and how it looks. We need to understand that when we put this in the oven, then it's want to expand because of the heat inside and the steam that's built inside the loaf. It's starting to push aside. And if we will not cut it, then it will be like a mess. It will be scratches all around and scars all around. And we want the loaf to rise when it's cooked. So we are doing this here of cutting just to make room to the loaf to rise well. And this is exactly the outcome of this. It also look very nice. So
It does, really nice. Right, guys. So it's time for the taste test. We've got some vegan butter here, of course. That's amazing. You can smell. It smells. Just smells amazing. Okay, Google. He's got this alarm clock thing going off. Bro.
that's amazing.
Guys, make this for yourselves. This is really good, man. Really good. So guys, I want to give a massive thank you to Liav today for hosting me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Guys, don't forget, check out the playlist section for the masterclasses where you're going to meet incredible people from all around the world teaching you traditional dishes. Guys, thanks again for watching. Have an amazing day.
It was a pleasure, man.
My man,
Take
thank
care.
you so much.
Take care, man.
Cheers, buddy. Bye, guys.